You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Lakers. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, Houston, and they're down 4 spots from them.
Yeah, right now, the Rockets, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. Kevin, that shows his flexibility and D'Antoni's ability to adapt to his personnel.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. Offenses in this league so creative, Clark. A lot of them very hard to stop. And tonight, we get to see 2 of these great offenses in this one.
What a treat. The fast pace that these teams play with really wear you down defensively. And the way offenses can space the floor and spread you out, boy, it's fun to watch, but it's certainly hard to defend.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's James. Here's the pass to Caldwell-Pope. LeBron James on the wing. Back to Caldwell-Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Harden against Green. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now here's Westbrook. From downtown, that shot off. Caldwell-Pope up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Green. LeBron outside. And they double up James. Stolen by Westbrook. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here is House. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. 4 on the clock. 4-3. Covington. Rebound the Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Loads it up for Davis. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's LeBron. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Houston's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at cinching when you're out of position.
Pass to LeBron. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. here in the first. Just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. Davis.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Westbrook against James. Outside Westbrook. Over James. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's James. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. You know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations. Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. And he finishes nicely on the layup. James has got his second basket of the night.
Not going to miss many chances from that range. That's LeBron's wheelhouse there.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Here's McGee, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Now Green, after Westbrook's missed 3. James outside. Here's Davis. Rebound by House. The Rockets trail. Here's Harden on the wing. There's the triple. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
James kicks to Green. Outside, Davis. Inside. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis. 7 points for LeBron.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
For 3, Westbrook, and another 3 for Houston.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And then there was his passing. And when he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend it. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
James with it, guarded by Harden. James in the post. He has 7.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Here's Westbrook. LeBron grabs the miss.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Anthony Davis. And it's Russell Westbrook with the three. Westbrook's got 12.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's LeBron. Feeds to Davis. And Davis throws it down hard.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Harden against Green. Covington trying to break free. Green with the block.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
For three, Westbrook. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Green, he's checked in for Houston. Houston on D. LeBron passes to Kuzma. Passes to Davis. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Green finds Westbrook. Here is House. Westbrook with it. 12 points for him. The Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duty.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
So here's Westbrook following the bucket by the Lakers.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 5th in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. They need this one, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And so Westbrook makes them both. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Offensive rebound. Howard can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside Westbrook. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Green, the pass to Davis. Slammed in by Howard.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
Westbrook with a wide open look. The Rockets with another miss.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Kuzma outside. Outside, Green. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. The 2K leaderboard shows us who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. LeBron James third.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Now the pass to House. Green kicks to Westbrook. Pulls it up. And it's Westbrook again missing. Lakers leading by 4. Down low, Kuzma banked in off the glass.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Kuzma. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Green. Here's Westbrook. Robinson trying to break free. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
The first one falls. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. On the wing, James. He's covered by Westbrook. And LeBron throws it down hard.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Pass to House. Shoots over Kuzma. And he overshot that one, missing. Lakers leading by 6. Now the feed to James. Shoots over Covington. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Kuzma. James has got 13.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers ahead as they end the first quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Russell Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around him.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. Dion Waiters is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Howard in at the 5, down low. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Now McLemore after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Clemens. Excellent D there from Waiters. Lakers leading by 6. Kuzma passes to Howard. Shoots over Covington. Howard's shot is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Davis against Covington. Stolen by Waiters. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Kicks it to James. Kuzma outside. Waiters outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Davis, and another basket for the Lakers.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Pass to Davis. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's James.
You know, part of being an outstanding point forward like LeBron is mastering the pick and roll. And trust me when I say it now, he masters the pick and roll.
Here's Clemens. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Floats it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, it feels like we're tallying every assist, every point, all part of LeBron's expansive legacy.
It's stolen by Davis. Kuzma against Harden. Trying to get open is Davis. And James with the basket on the assist by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 3 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 14. Harden outside. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Off target with his 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
LeBron passes to Davis. The shot's good. Davis has got 12 in the game.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Harden, that's good.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Now, here's LeBron, 17 points in the game. Here's Waiters. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Green. Harden against LeBron. And the rejection by James.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block going to put a major bounce in his step.
Kuzma inside, guarded by McLemore. If it counts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-5 run. And they double up LeBron. He kicks it to Howard. Waiters outside. Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely. Just 4 to shoot. Waiters trying to break 3.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's McLemore. James covering. And McLemore kicks to Green. The 3 from Harden. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable. And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. J.R. Smith's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switch here also for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Jeff Green. Here is Harden. He's got 8. High, arcing shot. He lays it in. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yet another hard shot that Harden makes look easy. Amazing at measuring the floating jumper.
And Davis puts it in.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Passes it to McLemore. No good with the triple. Los Angeles leading by 17. Smith for 3. Rebounded by Covington. Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. To the right side. The 3 from Harden. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Smith outside. Here's Davis. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignite.
And it's James missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Harden. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside, Davis. LeBron outside. And James throws it down.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
Great D that time from LeBron.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These four men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep, and guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times that gets in your head. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes, they last days.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. James looking around. Carroll with the rebound. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 11. And Westbrook, here we go. Now Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Caruso, the pass to James. Outside for Davis. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets trail by 11. Harden outside. And stolen by LeBron. To the inside. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Houston's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. It's Westbrook with the drive. LeBron with the block. The pass to Caruso. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Rockets shooting 47% in the second quarter. Westbrook against LeBron. Westbrook kicks to Carroll. Here's Harden. Second chance effort. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time. Smith wide open. He fired. Nailed from three-point land. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there. Harden outside. Add another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Westbrook dishes to Tucker. LeBron against Westbrook. Count that one. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Pass to Davis. Shoots over Carroll. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Howard. 18 points for Davis.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here's Harden. 17 points in the game. From deep three-point range, and so it's Los Angeles with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. And that one, good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rockets trail by 18. Outside Westbrook. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Free throw good, Westbrook. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
For Los Angeles, they have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. It's an 18-point game. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's James. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his third foul of the game. And the Lakers with possession here. Now here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Westbrook's got 26 points.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
James with it. He's got 24. Outside, Green. Here's Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Outside Westbrook. Plays it up and banks it in. 28 points for him. Los Angeles leading by 19. LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. Releases again, Los Angeles.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's Westbrook missing.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Shoots a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. Pass to James. Lakers passing it around, and Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Passes it to Tucker. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And here is Los Angeles now. The Rockets making the shot. He feeds it to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here is House. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Outside, Covington. And there's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. The Rockets also changing it up. McLemore's checked in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. The Lakers on D. Here's Westbrook. Rebounded by the Lakers. James has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. But they'll get another chance. McLemore, no good. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 30. No good that time. Great D that time from James. A wide open look here for Kuzma. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And they double up LeBron. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's the Lakers with it. Kuzma passes to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Now here's Westbrook. Shoots it. And that one hits back iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
Now here's Westbrook, and there's the pass to McLemore. Back to Westbrook, trying his luck from deep. Kuzma pulls it in.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
McLemore with the ball, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. McLemore dishes to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. Comes up empty down low. LA has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Kuzma. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 11 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you can see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
And the second free throw, good. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for his shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
Smith for three. Rockets with the rebound. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Rivers. Over Smith. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And that one drops. Morris has got his first basket of the night.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Here's Westbrook. He has 30. Covington trying to break free. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Take a break.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And the Rockets making a change here. Carroll's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, James.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
And so he hits both. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Westbrook's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Green against Rivers. Green kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Smith. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And they double up LeBron. Clock at 4 to the middle. And Kuzma slams it in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Rivers after the basket by Los Angeles. That shot is off. It's LeBron with the drive.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Outside Westbrook. He can't get that one to fall. LeBron with some nice D. And James throws it down.
aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And that one is off. LA has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And the dunk by Smith.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
James against Westbrook. Kicks it to McLemore. Now Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Houston needs to get a shot off. For 3, Westbrook. Houston gets it back. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, because Carroll is such an aggressive and high-energy offensive player, that's why he gets these calls.
Rockets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
2 shots. One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
The first free throw is good.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides, it's really what makes him so valuable.
And the Lakers with some changes. Anthony Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. Dion Waiters comes in for Danny Green. And it's Alex Caruso in for LeBron. Carroll hits them both. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Raiders against Westbrook. Smith outside. Passes it to Davis. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got his 5th rebound in this one. He kicks it to Westbrook. Over Davis. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Smith. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's the Laker 5.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Green, the pass to Clemens. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
The pass to Smith. Here's Caruso, guarded by Harden. Back to Smith. Latrey. Carroll with the rebound. The Rockets shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And he comes up with the deuce. 19 points for James Harden.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Here's Caruso. Davis finds Waiters. And he gets it to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 21 points for James Harden.
Great focus from the clever guard, James Harden. I mean, so good at staying with his shot, even under duress.
Knocked away. Caruso, the pass to Waiters. Shoots over Carroll, and too long on the shot.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So it's the Rockets now after Dion Waiters' miss. They get it back, Carroll, and it's Houston with another.
And that's just flat-out hustle from Carroll, showing how much he wants the rebound.
Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Smith kicks to Caruso. Waiters outside. Over Harden. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. McGee dishes to Davis. And yes, it's good. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Waiters surveying the D. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
That free throw, no good. Are there any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines, and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Now, here's Mbah a Moute. In the corner, Harden. In block. That one goes careening off the glass.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. No good that time. Excellent D there from Waiters. To the paint. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
So it's the Rockets now after the basket by the Lakers. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Clark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
And the Lakers making a change here. Cook's checked in. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for the Rockets. Austin Rivers comes in for James Harden. Here's Clemens. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Caruso. Back to Cook. Lays it up off the glass. Cook's got his first points of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Clemens. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here is Mbamute. Misses the layup. And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, it's the Lakers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. And the first one drops. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Now here's Rivers inside, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for the Rockets.
One shot.
Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Dudley. Back to Caldwell Pope, 6 to shoot. Over Mbamute, and Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rivers passes to McLemore. Back to Rivers. Pass to Chandler. Kicks to McLemore. The Rockets with another miss. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Yeah, and once he gets the switch turned on, Caldwell Pope is not going to be slowed down. He can heat up quickly.
Rivers passes to Mbamute. McLemore with the ball. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And here's McLemore. Passes it to Rivers. Pulls up. Rebounded by Dudley. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. Drills the three-pointer.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Shots good by McLemore.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Now here's Caldwell Pope to the inside. Got a piece of it. Here's Dudley. Morris, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And that basket is in from Caboclo.
A decent passer, Mbamute, knows how to get the ball to his teammates.
The pass to Cook. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Free throw good for Morris. J.R. Smith's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Both good from the line that time. 1:33 left in the fourth. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing, And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Now, here is Morris. Back to Smith. 5 to shoot. That one rolling around and rims out. Mba'amute against Dudley. Mba'amute can't get it to go.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Smith for three. The three-pointer is right on target.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.